Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear Zodiac sign of the Red Hawk, and it is for the month of February. Uh, in honor of February and Valentine's Day, I have decided to go with the Erotic Tarot. Then I will be clarifying with the 1909 Tarot. And at the very end of the reading, I will draw three main themes from the Moonology Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and get started for the Hawks for the month of February. We start with your current general energy. And we start here with the King of Feathers. So this would represent the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, he is very much in control of his thoughts, of his mind. Um, Sometimes too much so, though. Sometimes one of the things with the King of Feathers or the King of Swords is that there may be some challenge assumptions that need to be challenged at this time. And for me, butterflies in the tarot always represent transformation. Now, normally the King of Swords does not have butterflies in on the card. This one does, however. So if I do feel like by challenging some of your assumptions this month, Hawks, you really could be going through, like, experiencing a transformation because of that. Butterflies to me signal transformation. So I do feel like you could be going through some sort of transformation with, in the area, and we haven't even gotten to the area of your mind yet. Um, but I do feel like there are some assumptions maybe this month that do need to be challenged for you. You also have the Ace of Candles. So this is your crossing energy. So this can hinder or help you. And the aces usually for me represent new beginnings. And the candles, which would also represent the wands, would represent an inspired and a passionate new beginning. And I think really, like, this actually could help you, again, if you challenge those assumptions and if that transformation takes place. But let's clarify that King of Feathers and the Ace of Candles. So with that, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is a card of quality work. So I would say that, again, the Hawks this month will have some work to put in. But I actually, like I said, I do believe that this work is personal work. You are really working on challenging those assumptions. Next, we go to the area of your foundation. And here we have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card, this is a card of alchemy. It's a card of changing one thing into another. And I'm kind of feeling here, again, that something has changed for you, Hawks. In your foundation, it feels like something maybe that you thought was very, very solid has maybe shown to be something a little bit different. But let's clarify that Temperance card. So with the Temperance card, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is a card of momentum and speed and gusto. So I kind of feel maybe with that Temperance card, like I said, I think something may have started out seeming very good and solid for you, but perhaps it has moved a little bit too fast for you. And again, things have changed, seems to have changed very, very quickly. Next, we go up to the area of your mind. And here we have, sorry, I do have to be careful with YouTube restrictions on what I show in some of these cards. Anyway, so here we have the Knight of feathers, which would represent the Knight of Swords. So the one thing I would say there is, you know, the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Feathers, this can be a card of looking back into the past. And I kind of feel like that's what's sort of going on here for some of you hawks, some of you anyway, is that yeah, you were looking back at the past, and again, there may be um, assumptions, and it could be a past person, that you had some assumptions about, and then your assumptions have been proven um, wrong. For others, I would say be careful of somebody coming back from your past, especially anybody who kind of plays on your mind a little bit. But let's clarify that Knight of Feathers. So with the Knight of Feathers, we have the Ace of Wands again. So this is the Ace of Wands twice. So two aces, first of all, is yes to anything that I haven't answered for you yet. But I would say like there really is a passionate new beginning for you. But I would say you really got to get your mind out of the past in order to allow this um, passionate new beginning to come around. Next, we go to the area of our past. And here we have the Nine of Feathers, or the Nine of Swords. And again, you've got it like in this first part of the reading, you've had three swords, and this is the area of your mind. So I really feel like this is what the Hawks could be kind of struggling with. This month is really what's going on in their mind, challenging, like I said, challenging their assumptions. And the Nine of Feathers, or the Nine of Swords, this is my card of a never-ending nightmare, or repeating patterns. So I feel like a lot of you have gone through this pattern in the past. And again, you're still going back there, you're still revisiting that past, and you're still carrying those same assumptions, which is why if things keep going the same way with every relationship or whatever, it does feel like this is relationship. And again, does make sense that this is coming through for the February reading. But if you find that things keep going the same way over and over again for you in different relationships, it's really saying it's time to break the patterns. Excuse me. And with the Nine of Feathers, we have the Nine of Wands. And this is the Wounded Warrior card for me. So it does say, Hawks, that some of you probably, again, have experienced this pain over and over again of things probably not working out for you. But again, like you have those two Ace of Wands, okay, which says there is a passionate new beginning coming for you. However, again, you really got to let go of the past. You got to let go of those past. Those assumptions that you've always had, the assumptions that you carry. Like if all men are this, or all women are that, or however, whatever your preference is. Like these are overgeneralizations and assumptions that we make about people. And it kind of does feel, and I'm sorry if it feels like I'm calling you out a little bit here, Hawks, but it does feel like you've been making these same assumptions about people. And again, these are generalizations about people that are happening. And again, if we keep doing that, if we keep sitting in this wounded warrior energy, again, you really could miss that passionate new beginning that is coming in for you. And again, I feel like it's going to be very different than anything that you have experienced before, which means you also have to do things differently, or in order to get a different result. Next, we go to the area of the very near future. And I really love this after everything that I just said. We have the King of Shells here, or the King of Cups. So this is kind of sort of leading into a bit of a love reading. It didn't really start out that way, or intended that way, Hawks, but it kind of feels like this is the way that it's going. The King of Shells could say that there's somebody coming into your life who is very solid in their emotions. Like they are very emotionally mature. Okay, so that's what I feel right there. There's really somebody coming in. There could be somebody coming into your life who is very, very emotionally mature. So let's clarify. Oop, we'll go with that. Okay, so here we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a card of action versus idleness. And it's also a card of stepping out of your comfort zone, which again makes sense with this King of Shells, like I said. So somebody coming into your life, and you're probably not used to the feeling of having somebody in your life who is emotionally stable and emotionally mature, and and knows how to understand and navigate their way through their own emotions as well as those of other people. So this could feel a little bit uncomfortable for some of you if you are not used to this. So it is going to require you to, step out of that comfort zone. But again, I always say that once we step out of the comfort zone, we have the whole world ahead of us. And, it shows that with him holding that world in his hand there. So I really love that. Next, we go to the area of the next few months. And here we have the magician. So the magician, this is a card of manifestation. Excuse me. So you actually could be like, depending on, again, if you are working, like I said, with that Eight of Pentacles, if you are working on yourself, and you are working on changing those assumptions and those thought patterns that you have been carrying with you, you could actually be manifesting something really, really wonderful in your life. But again, the magician is a card of that says, like, to really watch where your attention is, because where our attention goes, energy flows. So wherever your mind is, that is what you could manifest. So again, with that Knight of Feathers and that Ace of Wands, we don't want to be looking back into the past. We want to be looking forward to that passionate new beginning. But let's clarify the Magician card. So with the Magician card, we have the Three of Swords. So I would say your biggest power of manifestation over the next few months is going to happen if you allow yourself to forgive. Okay, forgive the other people that were involved. And again, forgiveness isn't about them. Forgiveness is about you, and it's not about condoning the behavior. It's just about not carrying that anger or resentment forward, because that anger and the resentment, those are those swords that we put into our own hearts. Okay. But this also could say that there could be some things that you need to forgive in yourself. It could say that there, some of that work with that Eight of Pentacles just could be a little bit of some shadow work, really looking at what your responsibilities were. Like, where do you hold yourself accountable for the things that happened in those past relationships? And, can you allow yourself that forgiveness? Can you allow yourself, that healing? Because allowing yourself that forgiveness and that healing is really what's going to allow you to manifest some really wonderful things in life, including that new passionate beginning. So next, in the area of your closest relationships, we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about following your and trusting your intuition. So in the area of your closest relationships, really trust yourself. Like, first of all, if something feels good, trust that it's good. Don't doubt yourself. Don't question yourself. And vice versa. If something doesn't feel right, don't doubt yourself on that. Don't question yourself. Just really, really trust that. Let's clarify that high priestess. So with that high priestess, we have the Four of Swords. Um, so this also says trust your instincts, yes, with the high priestess, but the Four of Swords is also a card of resting, at relaxing, and recovering. So this just kind of says that over the month of February, there may be times where you just kind of need to step back and step out of, the bright lights and the noise and whatnot, and just get some rest and relaxation. And really, honestly, just do it for yourself. And again, there could be some, like I said, some of these relationships that just need a rest period. You know what I mean? It just a rest period, not an ending, not or nothing, a rest period. And again, this could be actually a huge blessing. In that stained glass window, he's actually the priest there is blessing that little girl. So, like this resting, relaxing, and recovering could be a huge blessing. Just that taking that little bit of time out. Next, we go to the area of our hopes and fears. And here we have the 10 of shells, or the 10 of cups. And I absolutely love this card, especially in the area of the hopes and fears, because aside from the sun, this is the best card in the deck. It's all about happiness, love, joy, togetherness. And I think this is what a lot of you hawks are really hoping for, is that happiness, that love, that happy family energy, all of that thing. And again, as I said with that magician card, if that is where your attention is, that is what you are going to manifest in your life. So really, really, focus on that hope. Have that be, what your mind is focused on. I love it. So with that 10 of shells, let's clarify. What do we have with that 10 of shells? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, this just says like it's a card of resourcefulness. So it really kind of says that you have all the resources that you need to make that 10 of shells happen for you. So there is a lot of happiness to be had for you Red Hawks this month. And again, you have the resources to make it all happen. And the outcome card is the last card in the spread. And here we have the Knight of Roses. And the Knight of Roses, so again, with all the tarot, there can be different interpretations or different meanings. But the one meaning of the Knight of Roses or the Knight of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds, but it's also a card of loyalty. Okay, so again, I really feel like, again, working on yourself and having those two Ace of Wands come up in this reading, you really could be attracting somebody into your life who is very loyal and who wants to plant some seeds with you. But let's clarify that Knight of Roses. So, with the Knight of Roses, we have the King of Wands. Yeah, so definitely solid in yourself and feeling solid in something and very passionate, a lot of passion with the wands here. And again, the kings are always like at the top of their game. So, I feel like you could be very, I do feel like there is definitely somebody coming, a solid connection coming in for some of you hawks out there. And again, it's going to let you feel, like I said, a lot of passion in this new beginning. But again, it does mean that you have to let go of some of those old patterns. So now we will draw the three main themes from the Moonology deck. So here we go. We have the waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. We have the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. And we have the new moon. A new start is coming. And again, I really do feel this. I really do feel like a new start is coming in for you. And I think that the commitment that is being tested is your commitment to yourself, and the commitment to let go of those old patterns, of those old assumptions. And this is, like I said, is really going to gain you a lot of momentum. Once you grab on to that Ace of Wands, that passionate new beginning, like I really think it's going to move forward to you. Now, I would say you had this down here, so I know one of the things that could be concerning is for things going too fast. So, just allow things to move at their own pace, is what I would say there. All right. So yes, that is the end of the reading for the Red Hawks. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help my channel out, and I really do appreciate it. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a great month, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.